If Bambi, the cute little deer, grew up drinking pond water used as a pharmaceutical dump site and transformed into a roid-raging reindeer hell-bent on turning you into a hood ornament, what would you do? In this video, I'm gonna break down the mistakes made, what you should do, and ultimately, how to beat the mutagenic deer in Bambi, the Reckoning. Amid the innocent forest littered with Carl's Jr. wrappers, a gust of wind flips the happy tree friend Necronomicon open. A voice speaks about the deer's strife, the dangers of man and machine.
A place of adventure. It may also be a place of fear.
I'd be scared too. A drunk guy just drove through a tree like the Terminator. John Doe did what he thought he had to do to protect his wife and child. To stop the boozer. He accomplished his mission. Unfortunately, his wife took a shovel to the back of the head a couple seconds later. Honestly, you guys should have just ran. And yes, I realize I'm telling fictional animals how to survive on YouTube. This is where I am at this stage in my life. As for his child, little Dexter here witnessed his entire family get taken out by crude construction equipment. In all the killing and trauma, he got thirsty and took a sip out of a privately owned pond, which was used as a dump site by the Wilbexer Pharmaceutical Company. I'm gonna skip the family drama here and cut to the chase. 3 innocent humans are simply passing through. Haven't so much as, well, the kid did puke all over. Still, no worse than animal feces. They haven't so much as thrown a non-biodegradable candy wrapper out the window. That's not Bambi. That is the Norse moose god Moder. What the hell kind of chemical concoction is Wilbexer working on? Whatever it is, Bambi's attempted murder was totally out of pocket. This is why when you see a deer in the road, you should hit the accelerator instead of the brakes. Not to improve your chances of survival, but to reduce the chances of its survival. It's okay, everyone's fine. The kid grabs his tablet. Holy smokes, Rudolph is I'm not so sure leaving the vehicle is a good idea. You have thousands of pounds of structural metal box surrounding you that the tree monster cannot possibly hoof through. Just stay inside, stay quiet, act dead, and eventually it'll mess off. You have no idea where you are, how far you are from anything, and precisely 0 chance of outrunning this beast. Maybe you could climb a tree, but I bet that thing could ram it down with its antlers. Hey nerd, you ever get sucked into cheap dopamine short doom-scrolling brain rot loops? I have. You can almost feel your gray matter being siphoned of motivation, drive, and critical thinking skills. The solution is to exit those apps and learn by doing with this video's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant will upgrade your brain into a problem-solving machine. Their interactive courses put you into the action, working through problems, motivating you to overcome challenges, and being an encouraging coach that helps concepts click so you can get past sticking points, build on your knowledge, and reach seriously advanced levels in any course you choose. Brilliant has doubled the size of its content library in 2025, with tons of new courses built by humans who are experts in their fields. Now with personalized practice sets and end-of-level reviews which reinforce what you've learned before pushing you further. The Brilliant course I'm putting my mind through right now is called Truth and Lies. It's designed to strengthen deductive reasoning, crucial for survival. For example, if predators circle downwind before attacking, and you smell the predator before you see it, then the predator must already be in position to attack. So get your gun out. I've been upgrading my deductive reasoning using Brilliant's course, where I'm getting to the bottom of which lights that these sneaky robots are flipping on and off, with increasingly sophisticated rule sets and logic challenges that force my brain to break a mental sweat. And with the new year around the corner, Brilliant is a great way to build healthy brain habits. To learn for free on Brilliant, go to brilliant.org/nerdexplains, scan the QR code on screen, or click the link in the description. Brilliant has also given you 20% off an annual premium subscription, which gives you unlimited daily access to everything on Brilliant. Well, the mom and child successfully escaped to their friend's house nearby. Upon telling them that there is a giant moose that rammed their truck upside down and it's going buck wild on anyone caught in the open, Shaggy Bangs, with 150 nanograms per deciliter, no weapons, no medical training or supplies, begrudgingly heads out to the scene of the attempted murder car crash to help the victim, who's most likely already dead. Did I get all that right? Uh-oh. Looks like the mercs hired by Wilbexer beat him to it. And boy, are they trigger happy. That was about as merciful of a death as he could have hoped for. The alternative was getting eviscerated by a pair of antlers. The mercs decide to take him back to the truck and give him a proper disposal, burial. Bambi's entirely unconcerned with the Wilbexer mercs gunning people down in the woods because he's target fixated on little Benji and his mom because they're clearly a significant threat to his quality of life and a prime cause of the deforestation efforts wrecking his community. He's here to put a stop to this not-so-innocent family reunion. Everyone scrams as Bambi starts snapping at Gator Mouth, trying to rip their heads off. Harriet runs into the bathroom, forgetting to lock the door on her way in. Little did she realize, this deer can work knobs too. She takes a horn in the butt cheek on her way down to ground level. Apparently, everyone was on the exact same page of running to the beater truck. While this truck is a heaping pile of that ain't running motor on back dirt roads, which has a high likelihood of getting rammed into a tree again, there's not a wall in that house that'll stop this roid-raging deer. Personally, I'm waiting until bro actually gets the engine running. No chance I'm sitting shotgun for 5 minutes while the starter solenoid clacks on a weak battery.
On. Wait, where's Harriet?
Oh look, it's Harriet. Hey, we were totally waiting for you. This is like that scene in The Sandlot, except Harriet's no Benny the Jet, and that is not Mr. Myrtle's misunderstood doggo. Running out into the open where the deer has the speed and maneuverability advantage was never gonna end well. Harriet really should have taken her chances inside and had everyone in the truck either divert Bambi's attention or back up to the house so that she could jump in the back like Dawn of the Dead. The driver stomps the accelerator, narrowly juking the deer's antler jab, and the chase is on. In a bold and hilarious move, the older kid pops the hatch and starts throwing paper and plastic out the back in hopes of deterring the 1,500-pound monstrosity galloping at 45 miles an hour behind them. Surprisingly, it has no effect. As Bambi rears up alongside their camper, everyone is screaming into the driver's ear to go faster, which I can't stand. Give them clear info, but then let the driver do their thing. The last thing that they need is for you to be screaming in their ear to speed up without any regard for the road conditions, the pitch black darkness of the road, upcoming turns. Speeding up could easily get them killed too. With Bambi right up next to them, I think the move might have been to proactively go for the ram. Bambi may be 1,500 pounds, but this van could weigh in excess of 10,000 pounds. Let off the gas to get Bambi right up next to the engine block and pull left into him. There's no way he's tanking a 6 to 7x weight advantage without getting sent into a tree. Thank God Xana was there to double team the shifter into the next gear, so this 3-decade-old box truck could summon a NOS-level burst of acceleration. Bambi simply can't compete on raw speed, and thankfully, they didn't have to take a hard right turn. Meanwhile, the mercs are ransacking their home, dipping their greasy fingers in the pie when they're supposed to be hunting this beast. What are you, getting paid by the hour here?
You think it's supposed to be the creature?
Was Dumb and Dumber really all Wilbexer could afford? Out of all the paintings, sketches, and literal animals mounted on the wall, of which would immediately answer your question, this is the art piece that you chose to put forth. It looks like an X. Why does it even matter? Shouldn't you be out making noise, setting traps, and following the tire tracks of the family that was very obviously just attacked? Outside, they find Harriet, alive. No shot. Get the hell out of here. The merc boss puts her out of her misery. She's bleeding a lot for someone who's been violently cut in half for about 10 minutes now. Xana, Benji, and what's-his-face are stopped by a fallen tree laid across the road. Suspiciously so. I get that these people haven't seen the deer turn a bathroom doorknob, so I can't expect them to clock this as a trap that Bambi might have set. But come on, have you ever seen a monstrosity like this? And how often is a tree perfectly laid perpendicularly across the road? One thing's for certain, I am not getting out of the vehicle to try to tow it out of the way like this moron. Just Austin Powers a 10-point turn in this box and head back the way that you came. Speed, unpredictability, and a metal box are what are keeping you alive here. And for some reason, Benji, the 10-year-old little jerk with a wounded leg, is the one driving, while Xana, the only remaining person with a driver's license and some stick shift know-how, is the screeching co-pilot. Oh look, it was a trap.
Drive, Benji, drive!
At his captain's command, Benji floors it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Doofus looped the rope around his foot. It's really an amazingly well-executed operation. One guy is getting shredded down to the bone, his son is now completely abandoned and isolated down the road. A 10-year-old who can barely reach the pedals is squinting his eyes shut in fear while ripping a box fan down a tree-lined back road at 50 miles an hour. And his mom is now also grabbing the wheel to help drive. Bambi honestly should have just reined it in and let these fools turn themselves into an omelet. He didn't need to do a thing here. Bambi was smart enough to chicken out and dodge the truck, something his daddy should have done when Boozer came barreling through his neighborhood all those years ago. A head-on collision would have absolutely resulted in Bambi getting turtled. Well, Harrison's There's honestly no sense in trying to sneak backward when it's sniffing around a few feet in front of you. You are absolutely going to make noise. People like this act surprised when they snap a twig. Bro, you're walking around in a forest. Forests are usually full of twigs. Crazy. And he scores 2 for 2 with the vine trip. He saved at the last second by some whistling noise off in the distance, I guess. Lame. Their truck is now completely out of gas. Benji, his mom, and what's left of Andrew are sitting ducks.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just really tired from all the driving. You could say he's dead tired, sure. Andrew may have moronically tied a knot around his ankle, but we also should have given him a signal to get the out of the way. He was outside the truck tying the log off with a rope, and when evil Bambi came charging in, Benji and his mom just kind of gunned it without warning. If Andrew had finished tying it off and they'd punched it out of the blue, he still could have been taken out by the log. Someone should probably have given him a back blast clear type signal. Honestly, for our own safety and future mental health, we should profusely blame Benji for Andrew's gruesome death. Really ingrain it. Convince ourselves that we weren't culpable in any way. If we repeat it enough, maybe we won't be haunted by the ghastly sight of Andrew's skull getting ground down. Sure, it might permanently crush Benji's development, and we'll almost certainly project an unfair resentment onto him because of the lie that we've told ourselves. But that's not really a cost that we have to bear. Harrison's not out of the woods yet. After punting a cute little rabbit out of rage, to his surprise, more rabbits show up. And more. Uh-oh. Looks like they've been sipping on Wilbexer's pond water too. You'd better learn how to climb a tree, and quick. That sucks. Hard to say whether Harrison or Andrew had a worse fate here. Was that bear trap placed by the Mercs? I bet it was, judging by the active trail cam. So far, they're also 2 for 2. I think crazy old Mary's been drinking the unfiltered tap water too. Shockingly, she's led them straight to another dump site, only this one isn't Wilbexer's. This one belongs to Bambi. They get picked up by the Mercs and taken to their hideout. While Mommy and Daddy are fighting, one of the Mercs has the bright idea to go out into the woods by himself to take a leak. And then another Merc goes out looking for him. He dies. The Merc lady gets attacked and accidentally shoots the explosive gas can. she dies. And then another merc goes out looking for Benji because they lost track of a kid. He dies. Just as Bambi and his baby deer are reunited, courtesy of Benji and his mom, the head merc comes back from the grave, guns blazing. He lights Bambi up pretty good before getting headshotted by the dementia-addled grandma, who's apparently packing heat now. I love how Xana yells, "No!" as the merc shoots up the rampaging, chemically corrupted beast, as if it hadn't been massacring innocent people and your friends, as if it wasn't about to kill you and your child. What the tree-hugging norovirus bullshit is going on with these eco-freaks? It is a giant, low IQ, wild animal indiscriminately killing because someone stole its baby or something. The hell are you acting like all Bambi's actions were justified here and it's wrong to put it down? That thing was probably gonna kill you right after telling its youngling to go run along. There's just one loose end that the happy tree friends haven't tied up. Shouldn't have gotten out of the car. And with that, Xana, Benji, and baby Bambi are free to live their lives. That is, unless the rabbits gank them on their way home. I'd like to think so. Moral of the story, get a water filter.